on their feet at Daytona, some 170,000. As South Boston, Virginia's Ward Burton comes to the line. White flag, final lap. Here comes Dale Jarrett looking outside for third. Can't get it done. Whoa! He bounces off Mark Martin. Jarrett is crashing in the final lap. Everybody gets by him okay. Elliott Sadler in the 21, the Wood Brothers car. Left to try and chase Ward Burton to the checkered flag.
And if Elliott Sadler was shaking, finishing third in the Pepsi 400, just imagine what that young man is going through now, about to finish second in the Daytona 500.
About ready to faint.
I'm telling you.
Eighth 2 times is his best previous finish in the 500. Now in his 8th try at the Great American Race, it's going to be Ward Burton driving his Dodge to victory lane. Checkered flag is up, and Ward Burton is going to win the 44th Daytona 500. Bill Davis Racing and Ward Burton have just won the Great American Race.
Good for Ward.
Talking to Ward Burton, said, what's been your biggest thrill in racing? He said, winning the Southern 500 in Darlington, South Carolina. Old race, my family was there. I guarantee you, he'll change his tune now.
Oh boy, are you kidding? Not anymore. This is it.
The last time Dodge won the Daytona 500, 1974, with Richard Petty. Ward Burton never led all day until those final laps when he took the lead from Sterling Marlin. Matt?
And Tommy Baldwin and the cat guy's going crazy down here. Tommy, you moved south in 1996, sacrificed everything in an old Cadillac, you had no job, and now look, Daytona 500 winner. Does this reality match that dream, Tommy? You told me you dreamed of this win.
Oh, man, I tell you, this is for my little boy back home in Long Island who's stuck this out without me being around for some years, and hope he's proud of me today. And, you know, everyone in Caterpillar and the Dodge, I want to thank everybody, all the BDR guys, man. We won a Daytona 500!
Enough said. The cat guys are going to celebrate tonight.
Bill Davis, the team owner from Arkansas, one of the most respected and well-liked men in the NASCAR Winston Cup garage.
Bill Davis, Gail Davis, one of the nicest people in the garage area.
And he's going to have a Daytona 500 trophy on the mantle. I talked with Ward Burton earlier this week. Said he'd spent so much time this winter crisscrossing America on fundraising trips. Spokesman for the Wildlife Foundation, among other things. He said, I'm ready to go racing. I think I can win the Daytona 500. He's done it. BP, what's that ride like?
Oh, man. There's no words to describe it. As a matter of fact, Ward Burton right now probably has to take this lap, this extra 4 or 5 minutes, just to get some kind of control over his emotions. All the firemen come out congratulating Ward Burton. This is a very, very emotional moment.
Ward, the oldest of the 2 Burton brothers on the Winston Cup circuit. Started this race in 19th place, and as I said a minute ago, never led all day until those final few laps. And Sterling Marlin went to pit road. Ward Burton took over the lead and held it to the checkered flag. There's Bill Davis.
Nice, good-looking man right there.
Attaboy, Bill.
Okay, Ward, I think you can probably come to the victory lane and talk to these folks now.
Elliott Sadler finished second, Jeff Bodine third, Kurt Busch fourth, Michael Waltrip came through that last shuffle to finish fifth, Jeff Gordon wound up ninth, Sterling Marlin eighth, and Dale Jarrett did not finish the last lap. He wound up 14th.
You see those NASCAR officials going checking the rear spoiler on the back of the Caterpillar Dodge. They have a minimum height requirement or angle, supposed to be about 55 degrees, and obviously he has passed. Let's go to Marty Snyder.
Okay, Jeff, let's first of all start off talking about the contact out there on the racetrack with you and Sterling. You said on the radio, was it your fault? Do you have time to think about it under the red flag? And your thoughts now?
Yeah, I mean, me being spun was my fault because he hung back so far, which I didn't think he was supposed to be able to do, but he did, and he had me. You know, he got a restart. He had me, and I moved down in front of him to block him, and I did, and got me a little bit of a push, but he still got inside me, and I just tried to block him, and all I had to do was just hold the wheel straight and spun me out. But you know, I probably should have just given it up once he got inside me, and still had a battle and a shot to win the thing. You know, I had to see that last caution. We were so stout and in perfect position, and it was a wild and crazy race out there. I'll tell you, I went from the back to the front to the back. It was incredible. I'm just thankful to come home ninth with the DuPont Chevrolet. I want to thank DuPont, Pepsi, Quaker State Fritos, GMAC. You know, it's just a great effort for us today, and you know, it just wasn't the way we wanted it to be.
A very disappointing night for a man who drove a very good race. Matt?
Well, Sterling, first off, can you even begin to describe your side of the controversy?
No, I mean, it's Daytona 500, and you're going to try to win the thing, and you know, laid back, try to get a run on Jeff, and you know, as soon as he got across the line and hooked left and got up his quarter panel, and you know, his deal is he's going to try to block, and if I was in his shoes, I try to block too, and we just hooked together, hooked bumpers, and he spun out and I went on and got my fender on the tire. So you know, we tried to get it pulled off, but NASCAR didn't like it. Let's go to the rear.
Did you question that? I mean, you know, them questioning you, messing with the fender?
Well, I seen Earnhardt doing it at Richmond one time, so he got out and cleaned his windshield off, so I thought it was okay. I don't guess it was.
I guess not. Sterling Marlin nearly pulls off a win here in Daytona, Alan. Disappointed.
At least he could smile about losing the Daytona 500.
Man. Ward Burton will add his name to the Harley J. Earl Trophy as winner of the Daytona 500. Something very few drivers who compete in NASCAR Winston Cup racing ever get to experience. And he's going to realize that dream right now. Here's his wife, Tabitha, coming into the winner's circle. Had their second child over the winter, December 10th.
He's just slowly taking his time because he wants to do this right. And
savor the moment.
Savor the moment. Attaboy, Ward. Just savor the moment.
Can't blame him. Probably still regaining his composure a little bit, too. Bill Weber has the pleasure of interviewing the winner of the Daytona 500. Bill?
And I imagine he's doing exactly what you guys were talking about. Taking his time, composing himself, thinking about this moment, winner of the Daytona 500. Putting on the cap. Have to adjust that, of course. It will be you won't need to see him get out. No matter where you're watching, you'll be able to hear him get out. And here it is, the 2002 Daytona 500 champion, Ward Burton. On him, guys. Maybe I can get in there.
He's right in the middle, Bill, around all those red shirts.
A lot of people from Dodge, Caterpillar, and his family. Forever now, they will introduce Ward Burton as champion of the Daytona 500. Congratulations.
Wow, I tell you, I didn't do it by myself, though. Team worked awful hard all winter. Dodge support, Caterpillar support. How about that Elliott Sadler? I pushed him to a third place finish in the Firecracker 400, or the Pepsi 400, and Elliott worked with me just flawlessly there at the end. And one Virginian to another.
Ward, tell me about the final restart to the checkers.
Nerve-wracking. I didn't ever even look at the flag. I wasn't going to stop. When I saw the other guys back off, that's when I backed off. I can't believe it. You know, a lot of what happens here is atmosphere, luck. We had some luck today. 29 cars spun over there. We almost got it. But proud of my team. A great race team.
You walked it very slowly to the green flag on that restart because you were aware of what had happened previously?
I was aware of Jeff Bodine. He's an old veteran. He knows what he's doing. I just didn't want him to get a big speed on me. I wasn't sure whether we were going to win it or not. I knew we were going to have one hell of a chance at it.
Ward, you fought so hard to get to this point in your career. There were some times when this team wasn't even going to have sponsorship. Now you have a strong sponsorship, a new manufacturer behind you, and a win in the Daytona 500. Has your dream come true today?
Well, one of them has. This is the first year that Bill Davis Racing hasn't had to make a big change of some kind to catch up to the big boys. So we're ready to rock all year. I don't know what was going to happen today, but it's a great way to start. But I feel really good about the whole year.
Congratulations. You're the Daytona 500 champ. Ward Burton, even I get a hug. Congratulations. They talked about Chevy being fast, and Ford was in the spotlight all week, but at the Daytona 500, you could say Dodge was the spoiler. Alan?
Yes, you can, Bill. Dodge getting a spoiler rule change earlier in the week, as well as the Fords. And Ward Burton made maximum use of it. He is the champion of the 2002 Daytona 500 as we look at the final results.
Ryan Newman comes back in 7th spot. Jeffrey Bowden. How about that 3rd place finish? And Jeff Gordon, Sterling Marlin, they crashed together. They finished 8th and 9th together.
Michael Waltrip finishing 5th after last year's win. You see only 14 cars wound up on the lead lap. Dale Jarrett getting credit as the last one of those. Terry Labonte, one of them involved in that last crash with about 5 laps to go.
Mike Wallace, 7 laps down, will finish 21st. Kenny Schrader, great run today.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. So many problems throughout the day, wound up 29th place.
And the attrition was unusually high today. Matt Kenseth, the first car out, finishes 33rd. I guess attrition was caused by the big crash down in turn 1.
That would cause some of it.
Tony Stewart, one of the pre-race favorites, out at lap number 2. 12 different leaders, 20 lead changes. The last one when Ward Burton took over the top spot. More post-race interviews when we come back. NASCAR on NBC, bringing you the Autotrader.com post-race show. Follow-up coverage of the 44th Daytona 500. The NBA on NBC coming up after our coverage from Daytona. The Lakers and Trailblazers coming up. First, the afterglow of what was a terrific Great American Race. Dave Burns.
Elliott Sadler, you finished 3rd here last July, and you were shaking coming to the line. What were you doing this time to finish 2nd?
I was a little bit more calm, but I'm going to tell you what. To struggle like we have all week, to come in here and finish 2nd, unbelievable. Man, the Motorcraft Ford Taurus was very, very good. Just want to thank them for them standing behind me. A lot of Ford people in the stands today, the U.S. Air Force. Man, it wore me out, man.
And he takes a cold sip of Coca-Cola, Marty, to cool off.
Well, Dave, for a man who nearly lost his life here 2 years ago, Jeffrey Bodine was a comeback kid today. How much fun did you have playing out there with those kids today? The car was obviously good.
Yeah, I had a great car, and it doesn't matter who you are, how good you are. You can't do what I did without a good car, a good team, and James Finch gave me a great car, and I want to thank them, thank the Miccosukee Indian Gaming Tribe for sponsoring us. They're going to do some more racing with them, and what a great day. I mean, it got a little tough there at the end. I mean, we're all trying to make deals and try to figure out how to get by the guy in front of us, but I knocked my nose in a little bit on that last wreck, and it slowed us down, but come back, yeah. You know, I think people had written me off, but they shouldn't have done that. I'm back.
52-year-old Jeffrey Bodine finishes 3rd. Matt Yoakum.
Defending 500 winner Michael Waltrip. Boy, how do you describe this one? Wild.
I think I just tell people I spun out with 5 to go at Daytona and ran 5th, and that's all the description it needs. When Kevin wrecked, that was wild, man.